Sermon 17 in Nahjul Balagah warns those in a position to afflict, but aren't fitting individuals to deal out punishments. We are warned not to be devoted to ourselves. One of the implications in the first verse of love by and for God in Al-Quran is that a person isn't a psychopath and they're not a sociopath because they love God more than all else combined. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَن يَتَخِذُ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ أَندَادًا يُحِبُّونَهُمْ كَحُبِّ اللَّهِ وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ وَلَوْ يَرَى الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا إِذْ يَرَوْنَ الْعَذَابَ أَنَّ الْقُوَّةَ لِلَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعَذَابِ. And as much as we can go directly to the inspiration and the revelation, the guidance of the disciplic succession, the guidance of the scholars that perhaps we didn't learn their information from disciplic succession, we should regard, everything. And if people are guided towards something, well, then the benefit is accrued by the one that does the guiding. And for a person who misguides people, then that influence counts against them. A lot of people think, oh, well, I didn't actually do the crime myself, or that guy didn't. It's like some of the people defending Charles Manson. It's like, they first of all, they don't even point out what he did in prison, or otherwise, but they act like his influence didn't he definitely shared in what he called other people to do. And when one is in doubt, it's better to hold back than to create a situation where you're weaving uncertainty and just increasing in that. And there's a difference between somebody who lives ignorantly and misguided and people who are like, well, I have some guidance and I'm going to act on that. But those who are acting ignorantly, they hear what should be heard and they don't see the value in it. They see things as ritual rather than life. And yet, you see this very same people spend hours a day on some of their rituals that don't instruct them in any moral or intellectual way. And let us be careful in disseminating the traditions of the religion rather than aimlessly throwing out this and that. Like what we talk about is what's the word? Anyways, letter 17 was in reply to Muawiyah, and see, Muawiyah and the rest of the Umayyad dynasty, they wanted this power in their family. It wasn't, their motivations weren't quite right, and they divided the Muslim community. They divided the issue of the secular and the sacred rule, kind of separated itself a little bit. I mean, as far as the authorities that were the best to listen to and go along with. And if your rights have been usurped, then that is part of the way to paradise for you. And a lot of people like to say one group of people versus another group of people, like the examples given here. You have if you're going to throw the term into one race, you have Arabs, or you have Semites on one hand, and you have Persian, Iranian, Iran Vegas, or whatever you want to call them. And the idea was that it's like you're trying to say that neither one's more greedy for this world. And we got to remember there's a difference between the different factions of the community. Those who immigrate to maintain their faith are certainly of a different sort than those who are of a liberated people that stays. Now, if they've come to belief, that's certainly the thing too. And let us not divide our way between divinity and the infernal, that we give and let us not turn to religion or a system of judgment so much in terms of either mere fear or greed. Let us go beyond our mere emotions and feelings, but definitely turn those towards that end. As much as saying 18 can be seen in a mechanical way of how writing works, that you want to, fasten yourself, or fasten the hold on the animal or the vehicle, or, however you're going to phrase it. Be careful and methodical in your life, to your deeds and substance and all that other stuff too.